A large website says that Mario and Sonic at the 2016 Rio Olympics review copies did not go out for the 3DS, yet I've had my copy for a week and a half. The question remains, am I a time-traveling wizard? All this and more in Nintendo N90. Lego! Fans of Family Guy got some really cool news this week that the NX controller looks exactly like Stewie Griffin's head according to this leaked image. Now of course I have a brain and common sense and I can tell you that this image is fake. I'll tell you more about it later on in the show though. So Hyrule Warriors Legends is coming to the 3DS pretty soon. I've been playing it. I'll talk about it tomorrow on Class vs. Crass. But there is new DLC coming to both the Wii U and the 3DS versions. In the description box below, you will find the link to all that information. But the most important information is that if you choose not to pick up Hyrule Warriors Legends for the 3DS to get that extra content on the Wii U, you can actually buy it. So that's a pretty cool thing. And as mentioned earlier, I did have a review copy of Mario and Sonic at the 2016 Rio Olympics, and I scored the game a 5 out of 10. I wasn't very impressed with it. It lacked a lot of features, and I thought it could have been much better. Now on the flip side, we also reviewed Pokken Tournament, which came out yesterday, and the game got a 9 out of 10. Fighting fans, you'll definitely want to check this game out. Everyone seems hyped about it, and rightfully so, as it looks like a very complete and competent fighter. And finally, sticking with Pokken Tournament, if you quit because of a rage quit, you will be penalized. I love things like that in video games. There needs to be more of that because I hate rage quitters. Get your ass beat, son. Now before we get into my breakdown of what does this all mean, let's toss it over to Jason with the Indie Corner.
What's going on everyone? Welcome to Indie Corner. Over the last week we had GDC, so we have quite a few new trailers and announcements in the indie world. First big announcement was Axiom Verge is coming to the Wii U later this year. This is a great piece of news for anybody who's a fan of the classic Metroid games, as Axiom Verge plays exactly like the classics, only with an entirely new story, new characters, and some really cool boss fights. Now what's really interesting about this game is the whole thing was developed by simply one person. Also last week, Mutant Mudds Super Challenge was released for the Wii U and the 3DS. Now this is basically Mutant Mudds just cranked up in the difficulty sector. There's a few new things added. Over at NintendoEnthusiast.com we gave it a 9 out of 10, saying that there was perfect controls, great level design, but the new bosses that they added in are a little bit frustrating to play through, and it might not appeal to everyone because it is really hard. Wales Interactive is back with a new game, Infinity Runner, which is coming to the Wii U this Thursday. It's a first-person game in which you're trying to escape a spaceship which has descended into a nightmare. You can turn into a werewolf and there's 14 levels in the game. We got some new news on Hive Jump. The developers have announced that there will be no online mode on the Wii U version, stating that the Wii U is more of a party platform and they feel that online just wouldn't be appreciated as much. It will have online on the PC version, however. What do you think about all this? Zordix released a new trailer for their upcoming game, Aqua Moto Racing Utopia. Now for anyone who loved Wave Race back on the N64 GameCube era, will definitely want to take a look at this game. Check it out, graphics are amazing, there's weather conditions, you can go between first person, third person view. Definitely looks like a promising game. Finally, we have a cute game called Sneaky Ninja, which is a 2D stealth platformer. It has a bit of charm like the Mario games, but incorporates some mechanics as you would expect from Mark of the Ninja. You basically defeat enemies by either jumping on them or sneaking around and taking them out like a ninja would. This definitely looks like a fun game, looking forward to seeing when it will be released. That's all your Nintendo Indie News for this week. We're gonna head back over to Sean. I'll see you guys next week or tomorrow on Class vs. Crass, and until then, keep on playing indie.
Alright, so obviously I had a little bit of fun on the news this week, but I feel it's justified because there's some rumors going around that just aren't true. The NX controller leak I think is 100% bullshit. There's no real credence to it. The website that sourced it, that's the original source of it, has been spewing out rumors. Remember Geno? This is that same website, and that's already been debunked before. If you look at the controller, hopefully Newsbox will do his job instead of dicking around. You can see that a patent image of the same sort of shape is what the controller allegedly is. Now, if you know anything about patents and prototypes, it never comes out that way. If you remember, there was a PlayStation 3 controller, I believe it was, that looked like a freaking Batarang. And of course that never came to be. Patents never ever look like the finished product. So that should be the biggest red flag, along with just the sheer stupidity of it. I will eat my hat if that ends up being the controller. As far as other stuff going on, I'm totally cool with the Hyrule Warriors more DLC. You get more characters and whatnot, and that's pretty cool to me. You know, it's a great game. There's so much content that you don't even need the DLC. Like I said, I'll talk about Hyrule Warriors Legends a little bit more tomorrow on Class vs. Crass. And as far as the reviews we had this week, I was pretty disappointed with Mario and Sonic at the Rio Olympics. A lot of missed opportunities. I will have a link to the review in the description box and also in the comments section so you guys can check that out. And as far as Pokken Tournament goes, it's great to see that this game is being so successful and so many people are loving playing it, because it's something that I'm probably gonna pick up after I film this show, because I need to beat y'all's asses in it. And that's gonna do it for this week's show. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys next week. Later.